Hello guys, so welcome again to my channel. In this video I will discuss how to orient column in any building plan. Okay, so recently I have got a drawing for checking purpose. Well, this is a G+3 story building plan and design, and I have got this from one of my colleague to check it, and there is a mistake to the orientation of the column. Okay, so here you can see this is the plan of the building. Okay, and the total overall width of the building is something 3 plus approximately 4, so approximately 7 meter wide, and the length is I think almost here 15 meter. Okay, so 7 meter in width and 15 meter in length. Okay, now what is the mistake in the orientation of this column in this plan? Just take few seconds why this is the wrong orientation of column. Okay, I think now you have spotted it. Now let's analyze why this is wrong. Okay, so I have cut the underground plan, and this is not clumsy, that's why I have taken this one. So here you can see that the column orientation is, let's say the column dimension is here, this is 250 and this is 500. Okay, so this is the column dimension, and here as for orientation, present orientation, here you can see along the length this is 500 and along this width or breadth this is 250. Now whether it is correct or wrong? Yes, this is wrong, that's why I am analyzing it, and I thought that I should make a video to help the beginners and they should know about this mistake. Okay, so to discuss this we will take the example of a I section. Okay, so let's consider this is the I section. Okay, so in this I section, what is major axis and what is minor axis? If you don't know, in that case this is the major axis. Okay, clear? So this is the major axis and this is your minor axis. Okay, so this is the minor axis. Now what is the importance in major axis and minor axis? Where this is required to know which one is major axis, which one is minor axis, in which cases? Well, for any column, you know, let's consider this is the column. Okay, and this is cantilever column. If you simply apply any load, whether it is cantilever or simply supported or even fixed, doesn't matter, under the action of compressive load, this simply buckle like this. Okay, and if this is a cantilever, in that case also when you apply a load, it simply buckles like this. Okay, and this is all about your vertical compressive load. What about the lateral load? Let's consider another column like this, cantilever column. Now you are applying a lateral load like this. Okay, so simply due to this lateral load, what will happen? It will buckle like this. Clear? No confusion? So now if there is a building, let's say G+3 building, okay, and this building is fixed at the base. Okay, here it is fixed, and let's say this is our building. Okay, so I can say simply this building is nothing but a column, a very big column. Okay, so simply if we apply a lateral load, how? When your wind force act like this, it is under the action of your lateral load. What will happen? This building or this column simply tends to buckle like this. Okay, so it tends to buckle like this. Okay, now again go back to the major axis, minor axis concept. Now again come back to the I section. Let's say this is our column. Okay, this is the vertical column, and in plan it looks like this. This is nothing but an I section. Okay, and if we apply a load like this or along this minor axis, this load try to bend this column like this. Okay, or we can say that a couple is being applied along this major axis. Okay, now again apply the same load along this major axis. Okay, so now this load is being applied like this. So here we can see that a couple is being generated along minor axis. Now tell me, in which cases the resistance is more? Definitely in these cases the radius of gyration is less compared to this one. Okay, so obviously the resistance in these cases is more. So the main purpose for discussing this column orientation is that you have to make sure that you are providing maximum lateral strength, okay, against lateral load. Clear? So the main purpose to orient this column is along the load, along the lateral load, okay, in such a way that the resistance is maximum. Now come back to this building problem. Okay, so here from this plan it is clear that this is, let's consider the whole building plan as a column. Okay, let's say this is the column, this is the width and this is the length. This width is something 7 meter and this length is something 15 meter. Okay, so now if we apply a lateral load in this direction, this is the weaker direction. Okay, we can easily bend this building along this direction, but if we apply a load in this direction, the resistance is more. Okay, but we cannot do anything, we cannot change the plan, this is fixed. So what we have to do, we have to strengthen this direction. How? Well, simply to put the column in such a manner that the strength is maximum. So if we put the column like this, that means the larger dimension 500 is along the shorter dimension of the building, and the shorter dimension of the column, that is 250, this is along the larger or longer dimension of the building. Okay, so from here it is clear that to strengthen the building in this direction, what we need to do, we need to reorient this column. So what is the changed plan? The changed plan is, I am marking this in red color, that this column should be oriented like this. Okay, so in this direction this is 250 and in this direction this is 500. Just like that, this column should be oriented like this. Okay, similarly this one like this, and this one like this, and this one like this. Okay, so this is a very short video and I think this is a very important one, especially for beginner. And the next time when you are planning any building or any structure, just remember this fundamental thing, that in the shorter direction of the building you need to orient the column in such a manner that in this shorter direction the strength become maximum. Okay, thanks for watching.